everyone. I'm looking rather worse for wear. Don't really know why, because I actually slept really well. But I'm just sitting enjoying my breakfast. It's a very different start to yesterday morning. I went into London yesterday for work. I commuted into the office. And oh my god, it was an early morning start. I think I woke up at like 10 to 6. I already washed my hair. I washed it like the night before, so I literally just got up, had like a 2-second shower, got changed, put my face makeup on, had some toast, and then left the house at like 6:30. And yeah, I was on a train at like 7:30. I had to do my makeup and everything on the train, but it was an early wake up call. But I wasn't actually as tired as I thought I would be last night. I thought I'd be absolutely exhausted. But yeah, I'm just having a slow start to the day. I've just had a call to say that our cot is being delivered this morning. So that should arrive like literally any minute now. It's pouring down with rain, which I love. I'm very excited about it. But yeah, I've got quite a busy day today actually. I've got work this morning, obviously, and then later on today, I think about 2:00, I have got another scan. Just because I've moved hospitals, so they want to do like a whole new scan at the new hospital. And then I've got my NCT class sort of like straight after, well, not straight after, but like in the evening. But I think I've got like bloods and stuff like that, because long story short, everyone just keeps losing my blood. I hate blood. Like, I hate having my bloods taken. I've started to kind of come round to it, like, because I've had so much taken, like, over this pregnancy. I'm kind of getting used to it, but, like, I used to absolutely hate having my bloods done. But now everyone seems to be losing my bloods. So I've got to have more bloods done to be able to take an anti-D injection that's, like, 3 weeks late. And that I need to go back to the hospital again then on Thursday to have that done. But yeah, and then I think I've got, my ASOS parcel came in. I basically, pregnancy issues, but my feet are like swelling to the point where like, I can't put on my normal boots on, like from last year. Like, they're so tight. And like, I want to wear boots in the autumn and the winter, like I really want to. So I have ordered about 4 pairs off ASOS. Like, I'm a size 5 usually. I've sized up to a size 6, or I've gone for a size 5 and done wide fit. So we'll see if any of them make the cut. But I hope so, because it literally limits everything I wear at the moment. So it's starting to get on my nerves. But yeah, so I need to go and pick up my ASOS parcel. From like an InPost locker. So yeah, today is quite a busy day. I thought it was going to be quite chill, but actually it's quite busy. So, is it ever too early to put on a Christmas film? I think not. Arthur Christmas is like one of my favourite films ever. Like, kids' Christmas films are so much better than the adult Christmas films. Like, I genuinely went to see this when I was 16 years old, like, for my birthday. I went and took my friends to go and see it, and we absolutely loved it. So yeah, I'm just literally watching that whilst doing some work. I've got literally a pile of vintage stuff to go through there. I've put most stuff up on Vinted, and quite a lot of it is already gone actually. But yeah, I just need to sort through all of that. And then I literally, if you follow me on Instagram, I've just put this up, asking if anyone had any recommendations for a breech, how to turn your baby around basically in breech position. Yeah, so basically I had my midwife appointment last week, and I've had such excruciating back pain and rib pain, like absolutely, like, excruciating pain. So I said to the midwife, I said, I was like, please, like, can you help me? Like, I'm literally in tears, like, I'm in so much pain. I mentioned it in London, and they were just like, oh yeah, just go to like physio. And I did physio stuff and nothing worked, like the pain was still there. And it was to the point where like I literally couldn't do anything. It was just like so like debilitating. Yeah. So I asked the midwife, like it was my first time meeting her last week, and she basically like felt around my stomach, and she basically said that baby's in breech position. It's kind of got his head stuck a little bit, not stuck as in like alarming stuck, but like just wedged itself in between my rib. So yeah, obviously breech means, well, it doesn't necessarily 1,000% mean C-section, because apparently you can have a natural birth and be breech, but I think it's really dangerous, especially if it's your first child, because they can get like, yeah, they can get stuck, they can get their like the cord trapped around their necks, like all that sort of stuff. So if my baby turns out to be breech, they can't move it and everything like that, then 100% I will have a planned C-section, because the thought of just like putting both baby and me at risk and stuff like that, like it's just not worth it. But yeah, so for the time being, she said buy a pregnancy ball, which obviously I was going to get anyway later on, but I've just bought it earlier. And she's given me some exercises to do. And hopefully it will like turn the baby naturally. Otherwise, I think it's like 36 weeks we have to go to. We don't have to go, but there's an option then to go to like a consultant where they physically turn the baby around in your stomach, or they try to anyway, like they try to like manipulate the baby, which makes me feel a little bit sick, I'm not gonna lie. And I was talking to my mum at the weekend, because I saw my like parents and sister at the weekend. We had like a weekend away, and my mum said that my sister was breech, which I knew she like had a C-section and stuff, but I didn't realise that it was because she was breech. And mum said, she was like, oh yeah, like I got offered to like move like the baby kind of thing at 36 weeks, and she was like, I just felt sick at the thought of it. So she was like, I didn't go through with it, I just went for a planned C-section. So there's a lot to be thought about at the moment, but it's fine, because I'm coming up to, yeah, I'm like halfway between 30 and 31 weeks, so it's a situation to think about in 5 weeks time, not right now. But yeah, we've got a scan today, so we'll see if baby is still in breech position, even though yesterday it was literally so, like, moving around so much, like it's never been so active before, which obviously I like really like it. Like, you know, I've seen some people like, oh my God, like I wish it would just like calm down and stuff like that and all that, but I'm such a worrier that like when the baby doesn't move, I'm like, are you okay, that kind of thing. So I actually really like feeling baby move, even if it's at like 3 a.m, whatever. I'm just like, yeah, okay, cool, we're all safe, we're all fine. So yeah, let's see, I'll have to update you after my scan today, and see whether baby is still breech or not. Hi guys, it is the next day now. I said I would film after our scan and update and let you know how it went, but we actually finished our scan and then we went out for some food before, like in the same village that our antenatal classes are. Just, you know, keeping up the date night trends, trying to get them in basically before they go non-existent. It's so cold today, like literally freezing. I don't actually know how to operate the heating yet, which is great. So I need to get Kyle to teach me, because I'm literally sitting here like freezing. Got layers on, I've got socks, slippers, everything on. Properly feels like winter. But I'm just gonna get on bed quickly. But yeah, yesterday's scan went so well. I had to have a blood test as well. I had to have like a blood test as well to do my anti-D injection, which I'm like 3-4 weeks late for, which is annoying, but apparently it's okay, and it's safe and stuff like that. So I just needed a blood test, because mine keeps getting lost, or my blood keeps clotting or something like that. So yeah, so I had that yesterday after the scan. But yeah, the scan went really well. Literally the first thing we said, I was, again, like I always do this where like I'm so excited, and then literally it was like these sort of maybe like 10 minutes before we went in, I was like super nervous because I was like, oh God, like this is where they then tell you if stuff's wrong or things like that. So yeah, I got like a bit nervous and stuff like that, and also like it was chaotic to park, so I had to go in on my own. And I literally went up to the front desk. I was like, please can I delay my scan by like literally like 5 minutes, my boyfriend's just coming. And she was like, oh, I'll see what I can do. Thankfully he arrived on time and he was able to come in, but I really didn't want him to miss that. But yeah, so we went in. First thing I said to her was, please don't tell us what the gender is. She was probably a bit like, whoa, okay, calm down. But like, I had this dream the night before that like they'd accidentally let it slip. Like they were just talking about the baby, and then they were like, oh yeah, he, or like, oh yeah, she's doing really well. And I'd be like, I've lasted like 30 weeks and we've reached that final point, and then it gets ruined. So literally that's the first thing I told her was, we really don't want to know what the gender is and stuff. She was like, yeah, that's fine. Like, I'm going to darken it anyway. Like the picture. So all you'll be able to see is like effectively like bones. But yeah, so went in, baby was really healthy again. It's quite funny actually, because when I had my 20-week scan, baby was wasn't small, but it was measuring kind of like under the average, which I was like, I'm quite surprised about, because both me and Kyle were big babies. And also he's extremely tall, like he's like 6'4" kind of thing. So I was like, well, it seems a bit odd that it was small, but I was like, oh yeah, that's fine. But then she said to us today, she was like, yesterday, sorry, she was like, baby is like 3 pounds. Yeah, like 3 pounds, 13 ounces or something like that. And she was like, so basically like 4 pounds. So she was like, think it's going to be a big baby. It's above average. And she said by the time, like, obviously, because I'm like nearly 31, apparently they have, they like grow, I think it was like ½ pound each week. So like by like week 40 or whatever, yeah, by like week 40, she was like, I think it's going to be like an 8-9 pounder. And I was like, oh my God, okay. But it was really nice, because then she was able to tell us like, for example, like she said that she could see that it had long eyelashes, because she said you could see like lines and stuff. And then also very chubby cheeks as well. Little tuft of hair we could see as well. And she also said that baby had like big lips. So I said that all to my mum. My mum was like, that was literally you as a child. So like I was born with all of that kind of thing. So she was like, I really wonder who it's going to look like now, because Kyle also had chubby cheeks, long eyelashes kind of things, and lots of hair. So we shall see. But yeah, it was really nice. It almost felt like a kind of like a 3D scan, because let me show you the scan. So yeah, so this was, it almost felt like a 3D scan, because you could just see the face so clearly. Yeah, it was just really nice. Like, it was really nice to see the baby. And like, obviously that's fingers crossed, like our last scan. Or not fingers crossed, but like the only reason why I'd have another one is if something was wrong kind of thing. So yeah, it was kind of like nice to sort of like leave it on like such a high kind of thing. And yeah, it was good. Oh, and also baby has turned round, so it's not in breech position anymore, which I'm so glad about. Yeah, she was like, the head is now down, sort of facing the right way and everything like that. So she was like, you're all good at the moment. But she said obviously it can change, because obviously it's changed in like less than a week kind of thing. So obviously it can change, but that was I felt quite happy after that. Quickly, before I'm trying to make some lunch, but I will quickly show you our cot arrived yesterday. So this is the cot, obviously, let me just put my laptop down. This is the cot that we will be using sort of later on when baby's probably a bit older, because we've got like a snooze pod crib kind of thing in our room, which is arrived, but we're not putting up yet until sort of like November time. Yeah, so this is our car. So we just went for like a classic like white one just from John Lewis. You can also as well, I like the fact that you can, mind my jumper, you can put it down to different, so that's like when that baby gets a lot old, not a lot older, but sort of like towards 1 year old, you put it down. And then also it converts to a toddler bed, which is quite good. So yeah, so it's kind of got like a long life, well, be long stay in this bedroom. But yeah, we're really lucky actually. It literally just fits. So yeah, it's just so surreal. Literally the most surreal thing ever is walking into a room and there being a cot there. I really need to get a tripod for this phone, or at least I'm tempted to cave and buy a vlogging camera, but also it's a lot of money. Yeah, sorry this vlog has been very disjointed. Like, I feel like I've rambled and it hasn't really made much sense, but I just thought I would give you a bit of an insight into sort of like week 30, how I'm doing, how baby's doing, sort of the excitement around the scan, seeing baby potentially for the last time before we actually see it in real life. Yeah, just like a bit of a update really. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed it. And there are definitely more videos coming soon. I've got a long list of things that I want to film and then upload, so keep your eyes peeled.